Hi friends, welcome back to Code with Vanga channel. Today we are going to learn about the difference between list versus collection versus IEnumerable in C Sharp. A complete guide with example. The difference between list collection enumerable in C Sharp. Understanding the difference between list collection and enumerable is essential for writing efficient, maintainable, and scalable C# application. Although all three are related to handling collection of data, they serve different purposes. First, we'll go with what is IEnumerable. IEnumerable is the base interface for iteration in C#. It can represent a sequence of elements that can be enumerated one item at a time using for each loop. It provides read-only access to collections and is commonly used when you only need retrieve or iterate over data. Since IEnumerable exposes only the ability to enumerate items, it does not provide methods add, remove, and modify elements. So friends, first we'll create a one console project. Then we'll see that what are the writings over there. Then we'll go with example. So I have opened my Visual Studio. So I'm going to create a one console project. So in the console project, in the left side, I'm going to select console.app, which is a .NET framework. I'm selecting this one. So I'm giving the project name as list versus collection, collection versus IEnumerable. So in the console path, we have saved the project. So I have clicked on that project and created. So the project is going to be created within a few seconds. So in this project, we are the difference is, so you come to know difference between IEnumerable, list, and collections. See, many people may get confused here. So first we'll go with first example is IEnumerable. IEnumerable example. Okay. First I'll take IEnumerable. See, this is the default key type IEnumerable. The type is int. Int new list of int. In the list of ints, I'll take three example of 10, 20, 30. Okay. Now I have taken three elements in the IEnumerable list. Now I'll for each these elements for each. So in the console window, I'm going to print all the elements. Look at here. Okay. Now I'll run the project. I'll save the project and run the project. Build is started. So look at here. The build is started. Once it is get success, then project will get run. So build is succeeded. Now look at here. 10, 20, 30, all items has been displayed over here. Now the difference between compare with list and collection. See, if it takes ints dot add, if I want to add any number to that, it will throw an error. Look at here. So IEnumerable int does not contain a definition for add no accessible extension method add accepting first argument. So could be found. Okay. For example, if I want to remove any item in the list, remove. So remove also not there. If I want to remove the first one, this will also throws an error. This method is not there. So when we want to use IEnumerable, we have to follow one thing. So when we want to do any modifications, we should not use. When we want to retrieve only data to display data, we can use IEnumerable. For example, if it takes that key characteristics of IEnumerable, read-only collection of interface. So when it comes to IEnumerable, only collection of read-only and supports for each iteration, uses a deferred execution with LINQ, cannot modify the collections. So this is the main important. Once we use IEnumerable as a reference data type, we cannot modify. For display purpose, we can use lowest memory usage for querying data and common uses, returning data from methods, LINQ queries, streaming large data sets, database queries. So, so the main example is we cannot add, remove or update, delete anything for this IEnumerable. Now we'll go with the important one is list example. List examples. Okay. So I'll go with first I'll take a list of items. So it's a default keyword is there. List of string string. I'll take fruits. So in the list of fruits, so I've declared this one. So in the list of fruits, I'll use fruits dot. See, look at here. When I press dot, it shows that add or add range, remove, clear. All these methods are available. But when it comes to IEnumerable, look at here once again. If I press over here, ints dot. See, there is no add method and there is no remove method. But when it comes to list, we can add. Add, I'll use apple. The next line, I'll use another one, fruits dot add, I'll use banana. Okay. In the next line, I'll use fruits dot add orange. See, look at here. I have taken a 3 items for list. Now I will print these items. For that, I'll use for each. Now I'll use fruits here because these are the fruits now. Fruit, Fruit. Okay. The reference type here is string because the string one. So in the console window, I'll use a fruit. So I'll comment to previous lines because it will disturb the lines. Okay. Now I have saved the project and I'm going to run the project. So build is succeeded. Look at here. All the 3 items are printed. Now we can remove also from here. If I go with fruits dot remove, I'll remove this banana orange. Okay. See, now again I'm going to print that. Copying this one and I'm going to use here. See, in the previous line, we have added 3 items. In the next line, we have removed 1 item from over there. Now I'll save the project. Again, I run the project to see the output. Look at here. The first 3 lines are apple, banana, orange were printed. But when it comes to the next, orange has been deleted in the next line. Okay. And The next advantage with the list is merge two lists. This is the very important one. Merge two lists. Okay. Merge two list. List. I'll take a list. String. I'll take a developers. Developers. New list. Okay. I'll use I'll use Naresh. Naresh is the one item, and the next item is Ravi. Okay. So I've used double quotes Ravi. Ravi, I'll close this. Okay. This is the one item. And next I'll use another item. List of string. String. I'm going to take as a new developers. New developers. I'll take here John and David. David. See, look at here. I have created two lists over here. One is developers, another one is new developer. Now I will merge these two lists into one list. So for that I'll use developers dot. I'll use add range because it has a another listener. See, look at here. So these two lists has been assigned into single one. Now I'll print this one for each string developers. I'll print this one. So I'll use console.writeLine. So I'll comment the previous line because it will disturb the next lines. Okay. Now what we have written here, one list is Naresh and Ravi, and the next list is John and David. So I'll save the project. I'll run the project. Look at here. All the two list has been become a one list. So again, we'll go with what is example over here. When it comes to list. A list is the most commonly used collection class in C#. It stores data in dynamic array and allowing items to be added, removed, searched, sort, and accessed by the index. So we'll see. First, we'll go with as well. So this is the total developers now. Even we can store the values. Now search and what we have written here. See, we can be added, removed, searched, sorted, and accessed by index. We can access by index as well. So unlike IEnumerable T and list of T supports full CRUD operation, create, read, update, delete operations, and provide many built-in methods for manipulating data efficiency. Now we'll go with I'll comment over these lines. But when it comes to IEnumerable, there is no chance for add range. And even we can remove, add, delete any functionality over here. We can do here. Now we'll go with collection example. So when it comes to collection, a collection is a wrapper around iList. Typically, it is designed to be extended. It exposes virtual method that allow developers to customize how items are added, removed, or updated. Instead of being optimized for performance, Collection is optimized for custom behavior such as validation, logging, security checks, and enforcing business rules. So it's a we get supports CRUD operation, provides virtual methods designed for inheritance used to build custom collections. Common uses framework development, domain driven design, business rules enforcement, custom validation. No problem, friend. We'll do all these in the example. Now I'm going to create a one example over here. I'll take collection. So look at here collection. I'll take a string data type values string. So in the string values, I'm going to use collections dot. Here also we have add. So I'll use Naresh collections dot add Vedant collections dot add Suresh. So look at here. I have created one collection of items and in that I have added three items Naresh, Vedant and Suresh. So I'll use console.writeLine. I can get the items of index to collections dot collections collection of first item that is 0. Okay. Now I'll run the program. See, I'll save the program and run the program. The 0th item is Naresh. Look at here. And if I want to select the first item, I'll save it and I'll run the program. Again, I run the program and see, look at here, Vedant has been printed. Even if we want to remove the item, collection dot remove Suresh. Suresh. So this will remove item from the collection. Again, I am going to print console.writeLine, going to print collection. So I'll start the program and run the program. Sorry. Now we'll get the count. Not count. Because previously it was 3 na. Now I have removed one item. Then we'll get the items of the count. Look at here. The first item is Vedant. The first item is Vedant. Okay, that is also printed. Now the count, because we have removed Suresh from the collection. Now only two items are there. So friends, this is all about list, collection versus IEnumerable. IEnumerable is used for only retrieving the data. There is no add, remove, or any other methods are there. But when it comes to list, it has a CRUD operations, create, read, update, and it has a merge two list, add range. And when it comes to collection, there is no add range method is there. Only we can create add, remove methods. And so we can let's see this window. See feature IEnumerable list and collection. Type is interface, it's a class and class. Read data. Both three are useful for reading data interface, list and collection. Add items. In IEnumerable, there is no chance for add items, but list and collection we can add. Remove items. There is no chance for remove items in IEnumerable. Or when it comes to list and collection, we have. And index access. IEnumerable, we cannot access the items through index. But when it comes to list collection, we can have a index access. And for each support, all three are supports for each. and LINQ support. All three are supports LINQ. But customizable, IEnumerable cannot be customized. But when it comes to it's a limited. But when it comes to collection, it's a full access. Best for we can use IEnumerable for read-only access, and a list is for general purpose collection, and collection is for custom collection classes. So friends, this is all about a difference between IEnumerable, list and collection. If you like my video, please add a comment in the comment section and share it with your friends. Thank you.